Guys, what is up? I'm Tony here, or Lucas, bringing you guys another NHL 19 Hockey Ultimate Team video, and today we're conducting an experiment. So as you guys can tell by the title, we are obviously going to be comparing a very cheap, low-rated goalie versus 95 Ben Bishop, one of the most expensive and one of the best goalies in the game. Most people will consider that. So we played 10 Division 1 games, and I played Division 1 games so that the quality of opponent was kind of the same throughout, because obviously if I was playing competitive seasons, it would go up and down, but within Division 1, it's always usually the same difficulty of opponent. And like I said, so we're putting up the 57 overall Oliver Troop, who is a right-handed goalie, 6'6", bronze goalie. You can get him on the market for around like 700 coins, if that. And we're putting him up against the 95 overall Ben Bishop. That is right. So not only is he one of the tallest goalies in the game, if not the tallest, 95 overall, and he is the most expensive goalie in the game. When he first came out, his set was first out, he was around 1 million coins, and most top players still use this 95 Bishop today and consider him the best goalie over like a 99 Vasilevsky, a 99 Fleury, any of the other 99 goalies. He is considered the best of the best. All right, and here is the team we will be using for all 10 of the games. The only thing that will change within this squadron is the goaltender, and we're going to be starting off with the bronze Oliver Troop. Like I said, 6'6" goalie. He catches right, so that kind of makes the opponent think a little differently with the right-handed glove. I don't really know. I don't know if it makes that big of a difference, but we are trying it out, and I'm just going to show you guys quickly some of the saves he did make for me. As you guys will notice, he doesn't move much, which turns out to be not a terrible thing, actually. And when he does move, it's very slow. It's very almost determined. Like, he doesn't go for the flashy play, big dunk saves there. But like I said, he doesn't move fast. He's a very slow goalie, which with him being 6'6", kind of works out for him, because obviously he's a bigger body. He can cover more than that. He doesn't really have to move too fast in order to cover all the spots on that. But I tried, in reality, in these games, I wasn't just sweating my butt off. I wasn't making sure to play the best defense possible. I wanted him to get some good chances. And I'll be honest, man, Oliver Troop really did surprise me. I wasn't expecting too much going into this. I've used bronze goalies and silver goalies obviously in the beginning of the game before I get my team set up, but using it late game Division 1 where everyone's team's pretty damn stacked from the free monthly legends, I was legitimately impressed with the saves he was making, and really how not stressed I was. I was expected to be, oh god, I can't let a shot through because he's gonna just whiff it in, but he was cool, calm, and collected, man. Like I said, small, steady movements. Never went for a real dramatic save. Never saw like a diving animation or desperation save. Always stuck with the normal saves, and it worked out for him. It was not too shabby. The one thing I did notice was he didn't, on cross creases, he would stay in the middle of the net. So maybe if my opponent shot it better or aimed it better, it would have went in. So maybe I got lucky on some of those. But other than that, man, like I said, he was calm, cool, and collective, and really can't complain too much about him. All right, now to look at the goals that Oliver Troop did allow. I mean, in reality, you guys all know, you guys all play Hockey Ultimate Team. With the wrist shot and slap shot accuracies as high as they are, some of these goals go in no matter what, but on some of the goals, like I was saying, he's slow. Some cross creases, he doesn't move all the way over, it gets behind him and stuff like that. Obviously a lot of cross creases go in, that goes in on any goalie, but the only really shots I noticed that went in on him specifically were glove shots. I mean, if they were open in the slot, he wasn't gonna make a flashy glove save, simple as that. But a lot of cross creases which go in on most goalies, like I said, and honestly with him not making any desperation like attempts, it kind of hurt, to be honest. And on some goals where they came close to the goalie, and normally with a higher rated goalie, maybe they poke check the puck away from him. Oliver Troop didn't really do that. Maybe that has to do with stats, I don't really know, but that is one thing I definitely noticed. But like I said, he didn't let in any goals that I really didn't expect him to, like any cross creases or anything like that. All the goals that he let in, I think would go in on any goalie, but like I said, the only weakness was really just the glove hand. If they got a clean shot and aimed at glove side, it was going in 9 times out of 10, which I personally put all onto the glove stat. But at the end of the day, really can't complain, man. He played really, really well for me. I could have played obviously some better defense, but Oliver Troop, not a bad option if you're looking for a 57 overall. That goal by Clint Kloss was pretty weak, but again, I think that goes in on most goalies, but maybe that has to do with his slow reaction time. I'm not too sure. All right, moving on to the Ben Bishop gameplay. That is right. So this is actually my first time using any high rated Ben Bishop this year. I used his base card for a while in the beginning of the year, but I never ended up buying his higher rated cards because they're obviously so expensive all the time, just because it's Ben Bishop and it's a high rated Ben Bishop. So my first time going into this, I didn't really have that many expectations. I mean, I've always had a mindset where I've always had the mindset of goalie ratings don't matter. So why would I pay for a 95 overall Bishop? So I've been rocking with my free goalies pretty much all year, and it was kind of nice. It was kind of cool to use a high rated expensive goalie. And I mean, the saves he makes, I mean, you guys are watching them. They're pretty damn impressive saves. Some good cross creases, some good open slot shots. He just makes the saves, man. You get what you pay for with Ben Bishop. I mean, high rated, obviously a little bit more aggressive than I would normally like, to be honest. Coming out of the net and stuff like that, coming and attacking the shot. But one thing I did notice with this Ben Bishop that I absolutely loved is how well he poke checks. If a skater is even nearby him, he'll get the poke off, and 9 times out of 10 he'll end up losing the puck. That's one thing that you really don't notice with lower rated goalies. With Oliver Troop, I don't think he got one successful poke out there. If anything, he tried to poke and it led to a goal. But that's one thing that I did notice with Bishop that I really don't notice with even an 88 overall Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen that I rock. All right, moving on to the goals that Ben Bishop did allow. So going into this, obviously this is a lot based on defense, but I mean, some of the goals that Bishop let up, I was not expecting him to let up. There'd be times where I give up an identical chance and he saves it, and then they come down, do it again, and he lets it in. So it was kind of random almost what he did decide to let in and what he didn't. He did have some weak goals here and there, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think he made more of the saves than I expected him to. With the way I played defense, I am surprised that these are the only goals I did allow. Like I said, I think he's a little bit too aggressive for my liking. He comes out too far. He attacks the puck a little bit too much, and it kind of costs him. Like on some of the plays where they just skate around him because he's too far out of his net, he kind of loses his net. But at the end of the day, like I said, it all comes down to defense, and he was pretty damn good. All right, quickly looking at their stats. So in the 10 games, I ended up going 9-1. Both won a majority of their games. 4-1 for Oliver Troop and 5-0 for Ben Bishop. The biggest thing that you can obviously notice with this screen is that they have around the same goals against percentage, which is on me as a player. The thing that did change is the save percentage. So while Oliver Troop may not have faced as many shots, he let a lot more in. 75 save percentage is less than ideal, and an 85 save percentage is about right for most better goalies in Hockey Ultimate Team. So even though the goals against average was pretty similar and the wins were pretty similar, save percentage that you see makes the big difference. All right, so at the end of the day, who do you pick? Who do you pick? Do you go with the low rated goalie? Do you not care about goalie overall? I think at the end of the day, man, I think as long as you're above maybe an 80 overall, I think you're good. I think that if I played those 5 games with the Bishop, I think if I put in 80 overall base Bishop, I think I would have gotten the same saves, the same goals allowed and stuff like that. I think at the end of the day, as long as you have an 80 overall goalie or higher, and I think height still plays a difference, man. I think if you go back and look at the Oliver Troop gameplay, he makes a lot of those saves just because he's big. He doesn't have to move as far into the net. He can get the high gloves shots and stuff like that. So I think as long as you have a goalie that's above about 80 overall, you're good to go. You should not be spending a boatload of coins on goalies. My method for the last 3 years of Hockey Ultimate Team, or I guess, yeah, 3 years, has been just do it for synergy. Synergy. Get a goalie that is around 80 overall or higher, doesn't cost too much, above 6'4" is probably what I'd say, and and you're good. Get some synergies that you like, and you should be good to go. At the end of the day, guys, I'm super happy I ended up doing this experiment. It was cool to see kind of the difference in gameplay, whereas maybe Chalk let in a few more goals. That means I had to contribute more on offense and stuff like that with lower save percentage. But it was a fun experiment, man. If you guys want to try it for yourself, go for it. Obviously, I like this Oliver Truth card. I don't know, maybe I'll throw him in there a couple games when I'm bored on stream or something like that. But it's definitely viable, man. Goalies, as long as they're tall, you'll be good to go. But guys, let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on goalies in Hockey Ultimate Team? Do they make a difference? Do you need a high overall? Do you need to drop the big bucks for them? Let me know down below. If you guys have any other experiment ideas that I can do like this, be sure to let me know. I'd be more than down to do it this late in the year. But guys, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.